Oh, Zoe's playing. She's all wound up. Oh, she's gonna attack the camera. Sorry. Sorry, show people how you play. Here. Sorry.
Father and daughter experience a dangerous situation at a gun range. Okay. In an accident in the Alaskan wilderness forces the call takers to use every possible reason.
She loves this toy. This is our first toy we ever bought her when we adopted her at the Humane Society. Huh. She walked over to me right away in the room she was in with other cats. And she got swatted on the head and didn't even care by another cat. Right, sorry. Good morning. So we're at the KOA in Ashland, Nebraska. They actually call it West Omaha here. They make pizza. They get frozen crust and cheese, and they have fresh toppings. They have an actual oven. So it looks really good. Picnic area. We got some bikes. Oh, rentals. There's the restrooms. We'll check those out on the way back. They have a little park. Looks nice. There's a pool over there. These cabins look neat. So I think it's about 8 o'clock. It's in the 30s. So here's a cabin. It's pretty nice. That looks like a bigger one maybe than this. And we are definitely almost out of propane. So we are going to Tractor Supply most likely. It's probably cheaper than getting propane here. Plus, they'll have somebody there to fill it. Here they might have to call someone this early. But here's their putt-putt course. Pretty neat. Oh wow, they have a volleyball court, sand volleyball court back there. This is a really nice campground. I think it said they got the President's Award. It's definitely one of the better ones. I mean, even these sites, they're little decks, tables. Really nice. And this campground is actually open all year. Here's the, oh, it looks like they have a storm cellar right there. And this one's underground. Probably really big. That propane tank must be for their cabins. Must have nice heat in all of them. So we're gonna walk around this loop. So I never realized those jacks, leveling jacks, could pick the front of the RV off the ground. Like the tires are not touching. Here's the upper part of the campground. Trees. Another cabin back here. Wow, this place is big. So I wonder if the back is the full-time people. There's actually an apartment building right back there. And we have blazing fast cell phone speed. The tower is right there. That's a nice RV bus. I think is probably $1 million plus. Yeah, this has got to be the long-term people up here. So I never realized how close this campground was to the interstate. And you can see the truck stop, Flying J gas station, and you can see the cars going by on the interstate from the back of the campground, and you definitely hear the traffic. But this is the back of the KOA. It feels nice to be back in the Midwest. Everything seems more normal. Wow, I think that's someone's house that I thought was an apartment, and it is huge. Jeez. You must have like a whole extended family living there. I wasn't filming. Alright, so we're gonna walk back to the office area and check out the bathrooms. So I don't know if I said, but they're open year-round. Actually, both campgrounds in this Lincoln area are open year-round, which really surprised me. It gets cold in the Midwest in the winter. Showers look nice. It's like it keeps the clothing area dry. Toilets. Might have to take a shower. Not really sure if I have time. And there's the front of the store. They have a really nice gift shop in there. It's really, well, food and souvenirs. It's very nice. And here's us. So here's Zoe. She kind of woke us up again, so we got the water bottle ready for tonight. She is passed out on the bed. Zoe, look at the camera. Alright, she said, I'm going back to bed. Alright, time to pack up and get down the road. Alright, so we are pulling out of the KOA here. Only 5 minutes behind schedule.
Take the next right.
Definitely stay here again.
In 800 feet, turn left onto US 6 West.
Sale, that big mega mansion. 28 acres, 12,000 square foot home with pool. So I guess right.
Next left onto US 6 West.
Wow. Alright, we are on Highway 6 West, going to Tractor Supply to get propane because we are literally out almost. And we might stop at a candy store if they're open, buy some chocolate for my parents. So this is the historic Lenoma Lighthouse. Oh, they have a campground here. That looks really nice. It's big. There's either 2 goes around the entire lake. So this looks like a fun place to stay too, actually. Right by the Platte River. You can see some of the pumping station wells for Lincoln water supply on the islands you drive across. So they get all their water from the groundwater here. So we're in Ashland, Nebraska on the Oxbow Trail, it says. We got a little mist. Oh, there's the City of Lincoln water system right there. I don't know if I've ever seen that building. It's old. Beanery. It's good. Coffee place. So there's an Air and Space Museum if you go left, and a wildlife safari park, and then also a state park. There's a lot to do in this area. We're gonna stop at Baker's Chocolates and buy some. Hopefully they're open. Buy some chocolate. Oh, it's a nice golf course. So we are in Greenwood, Nebraska. 1 mile to Baker's Candies. It's about the only thing in this town. And a saloon. So we are 5 miles from Waverly, where we get propane. So here's the inside of Baker's Candies. We got our chocolate and it's really nice. Pretty much have everything. And they make these little chocolates here. I'm gonna have to start ordering them or have my parents send them to me. But that's it. So this is the front. Baker's Candies, Nebraska's largest candy outlet. And they make the melt away chocolates right back there, and they must have a dozen different flavors. But it's in Greenwood, Nebraska, my new favorite place. So we're coming up upon Waverly, which is pretty much probably part of Lincoln now, I think. We'll find out. North Lincoln. Miles to go to the tractor supply, and then we'll have all of our fresh water full, propane full, all of our tanks dumped. We can pretty much camp without a campground hookups for a week easily if we wanted to. So we are leaving Waverly. Be in Lincoln in 5 minutes. And the mist is getting heavier. Hopefully it stops. So we made it to North Lincoln, very industrial. Mist has gotten heavier. While we're here, and I'm at freeze. I'll probably get at least 6. I'd love to get more, but it'd be expensive. And I don't know if we have enough room for too many more. I gotta get pizza yet from Casey's someday. Freeze that too. Oh, you want to see the camera too? That's what Zoe does.
She's 18 now, I think.
18, wow.
Yeah, you like the camera. Alright, we are driving south on 48th Street. I think this is Havelock. Oh, I hope I can make this right. Yes. Oh, look at all the pumpkins they have. Wow. Better slow down. I remember speed traps in here all the time. They have some neat shops here, it looks like. Alright, here's some koi. How heavy are these? Are like 10 or 20 pound koi, right?
Couple are about 20 to close to 30.
Wow. Can you feed them?
Yeah. Come up here.
We're
Come
feeding
on.
the fish.
Come on.
This is what a real koi looks like.
That's the butterfly koi here, the long fin.
These are like Omaha Zoo koi.
Yeah, they are about 10 pounds somehow.
Oh, there.
My biggest one.
Use the second from the right lane to turn right onto Nebraska 2 West.
We are leaving the 84th Street Walmart shopping complex in Lincoln, Nebraska. We had Runza,
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South 84th Street.
and I got 6 frozen Runzas, and they are fully cooked. They said that, so that's good. I can warm them up in the microwave. And we did a little pit stop at Walmart. On the way to Kansas at warmer weather. South Lincoln now, trying to get to the highway going to Kansas. Past Amigos, that's a good Mexican fast food. I forgot about that. South of Lincoln on Highway 77, 10 miles from Beatrice. And there's actually something here, a historical something part of the park system. We might have to try and stop there if it's in our passport book. I forgot about it. They had a big solar eclipse thing there, I remember, a year ago. Going to Homestead National Monument, and hopefully it's open. I know it has a museum. That's about it. fertilizing plant. And I don't know what this is up ahead. Almost looks abandoned. Maybe that's their old plant. Yeah, it's definitely not open. So we're at the Homestead National Monument area. Not really sure what's here. It's a museum for sure. And there's a hiking trail, it says. But here's the parking lot. So we're 5 miles west of Beatrice, I think. So they have a quilt exhibit going on. Pretty neat. Oh, look at that one. That's pretty neat. The dress. I think that's a turnip. So an area the size of California and Texas was given away as part of the Homestead Act, where people would get 160 acres, and all they had to do is build a house and farm the land. Got a nice visitor center. And this is neat. Oh, that's neat. They have every state outlined in metal, it looks like. Their little bales of hay, Halloween decorations. Pretty neat. So they had a giant eclipse viewing party here. In 2017. I can't believe it's been 3 years since that. Wow. So these are all the homestead states, the light colored ones. And here gave away 270 million acres. I guess the government has given us stuff for free. I wish they could do that nowadays. That would be awesome. So, Homestead National Monument of America. And they chose this place to make the museum for the whole country. Wow, this is a big museum. Most of it is underground, it looks like, at least when you walk up from the back. Really neat. Definitely stop here. So this shows the American Indian land loss, 1775, 1850, and then by 1894. So this shows homesteads that successfully proved up by state. So Montana had the most, Nebraska was up there, North Dakota was up there, Colorado was up there. Not too many in Iowa, or Illinois, or Indiana, or Ohio. Wow. Pretty neat. Yeah, you could spend a couple hours here. Wow, so the Homestead Act was made to populate anti-slavery western lands by Lincoln. Indians were not part of the conversation. So if you were over 21 or head of a household, you qualified for 160 free acres. That included women as well as immigrants eligible to become citizens. Wow, even African Americans became eligible in 1865. You had to live on it for 5 years, build a home, and cultivate crops. So there's probably 2 or 3 miles of hiking trails here. You're down in that grass and go in the trees once you get over there. It goes for like a mile to the educational center. But here's the outside. Yeah, this is a really neat museum. And I think she said it's only, this building is like 5 years old, I think she said. The educational center used to be where everything was, which is where we stopped first, where they had the quilt exhibit. Yeah, this would be fun to, oh, here's something on barbed wire. Wow, there's 570 different patents of barbed wire in 1874. I wish we would have got here earlier. We had no idea. So that's the native grass basically that used to cover the entire prairies before farming started. Can you imagine like seeing that for miles and walking through it with your wagon? Oh, so here, there you go, the path, they mow the path. Oh, that looks fun. But it's almost 4 o'clock, getting cold, we need to get moving. We'll definitely have to come back here too. It's like, it's kind of the story. Oh, there's a little room house in here. Story of our trip. Actually, you can open it. Wow. So this is a typical house, I guess. And their little table, and their bed, their stove, keep you warm. That, and then upstairs, I don't know what's upstairs. All right. Ah, close quarters. So this orchard, I think it's different kinds of fruit trees. They have signs at the bottom of them. Yeah, definitely stop at the Homestead National Monument. So I think the sign inside said 30 of the 50 states gave away land. And yeah, it would be awesome if they did that nowadays. Can you imagine if we can get free land and all you had to do is farm it and live on it? That would have been fun. So they have a land registry for people that got free land. You could look up your ancestors and see if they received free land. I think that's what that vault was. I think they gave land away to 5 million people, and they have records of all of it. It's on Highway 136 West. Hoping it'll be in the 50s by the time we get into Kansas. Now we are on Nebraska 103 south to Diller. Diller, Nebraska. Oh, they have some RV parking over there, and I wonder if it's one of those free places with free power. If it wasn't so early, I would check it out. Do they make you pay at this place? So we're on Highway 8 west now in southern Nebraska. I think Steel City is the next town. There's no interstate going straight south of Lincoln to Kansas. And once we get into the middle of Kansas, then we'll get back on the interstate. Homestead National Monument was free, and I think the Whitman historical place in Washington was free. I didn't realize a lot of the smaller places are free. It's really nice. Now we're getting on the back roads of Nebraska. Hopefully our maps knows where she's taking us. For a second I thought we were getting on a gravel road. I was going to turn around. So I have no idea. We're almost to Kansas yet. We are on the back roads. I think we have 7 miles to an actual highway finally. But it's pretty rural. I don't even know what the speed limit is on these roads. So we are in Washington, Kansas. They got the typical square with their courthouse in the square, grass around it. It's 50 degrees. west to Salina. I think this is
Turn right onto the
Abilene,
I-70 West ramp, then merge onto I-70 West.
where the presidential library is, but it's closed, so we can't stop here. I forgot to say it's Eisenhower's Presidential Library in Abilene, Kansas. So I think we're gonna stop in Salina, Kansas. 18 more minutes. Not many cars out on the road right now. It's pretty desolate.